like to recognize our class of 2013 who are playing in their last regular season home game. Following today's game, we invite you to stay as we will then introduce the seniors and their families, present gifts, and have picture opportunities on the field. At this time, as I call your name, seniors, please line up on the third baseline. Number 24, Dominic Birds. Number 7, Jack Kraft. Number 2, Nick Lebrani. Number 21, Ryan McGill. Number 16, Tyler Morgan. Number 19, Shane Stansberry. And number 9, Stephen Wicker. Again, we welcome you to stay after the game for the formal festivities. Please give a round of applause for our 2013 senior class.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Saguaro High School in Scottsdale. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. It's play-by-play coverage of Saguaro SaberCats varsity baseball. It's the regular season finale for the SaberCats as they host the Ftn Hills Falcons, and we're underway in the top of the first inning as Nick Maservi gets the start in the final game of the regular season for Saguaro. And he faces off against the Ftn Hills leadoff hitter, Corey Kukala, the shortstop. 2-0 the count, and a next pitch foul to the backstop. And the count moves to 2-1. Ftn Hills 24-4 overall. They are at 14-4 in PowerPoint ball games. And for the Falcons, then number 3 in the most recent rankings that came out this morning. There's a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. And so the Falcons sit at number 3 in Division III baseball. And I guess it was off a pitch there. Kukala out on strikes for the first out in the ball game. And the batter is Devin Foyle. So Kukala, the shortstop, Foyle batting second. The center fielder, Andrew Benarski at first base bats third. And a ground ball foul outside third base. The number 4 hitter is the third baseman, Cameron Russo. Nick Watiziak hits 5th, and he's the starting pitcher. Paul Benarski's in left field batting 6th. Josh Tant, the catcher, is 7th. The number 8 hitter, the second baseman, Ethan Fett, and Justin Stuber in right field rounds out the Ftn Hills order. And a fly ball down the right field line into foul territory, and that will fall for a foul ball, strike 2. Saguaro still with maybe some work to do as they enter the last game of the regular season, sitting at 14-14 overall, 9-8 in PowerPoint games, and that puts them 19th in Division II baseball. Of course, the top 24 teams make the playoffs, and since Saguaro played on Thursday night, they have seen their numbers drop every day. After Thursday, they were actually sitting at 12, maybe 11, something like that, but down to 19 now as the count goes to 1-2 on Devin Foyle. And a hard ground ball, foul outside third. So the SaberCats know, even at number 19, if they win, they're in, and that's the important thing. First, you got to get into the playoffs, and then you worry about the draw and how far you can go once you get in. If they lose, still a chance to get in, but more than likely the number drops. And there's still some teams that could cause trouble that are outside of the top 24 that are also working to get in. Still 2 days left in the regular season, so there are teams that have at least 2 left. The pitch is fouled back. But from a Saguaro standpoint, nice to know the situation, that take care of business today. Then you get into the Division II playoffs, and then you worry about it from there. 1 out, base is empty, just underway, top of the first inning from Saguaro. Devin Foyle at the plate with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Nick Maservi's pitch on the way. And a ground ball down the third base line, another foul ball. And we stay 2 balls and 2 strikes. Of course, these two teams met just a few nights ago. That was last Monday night over at Scottsdale Stadium. Saguaro won that game 8-5. The 2-2. And that will hit foil. Not what Meserve wanted to do in that situation, of course, with a 2-2 count. Trying to get it under the hands on the inside corner. Came in a little bit too far, and Fountain Hills has a first inning base runner.
First baseman, number 12, Andrew Bernarski.
Now, Andrew Bernarski, the first baseman for Fountain Hills. As we set the SaberCat defense, it's Ryan McGill in left field, Michael Bloom in center, JT Nettleton in right. The first one is outside and low for ball one. Shane Stansbury at third base.
Good eye, Andrew.
Turner Lace, the shortstop. Nick Lebrani at second, and Matt Mara at first base. Brett Adams catching Meserve. A swing and a miss, and they count 1-1. And Meserve with a pitch and a swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Check over to first, the 1-2 pitch. And a breaking ball, that's high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Since these two teams met on last Monday night over at Scottsdale Stadium, Saguaro lost their one game in between. That was that tough loss on Thursday night, and the swing and a miss there, and that's a strikeout of Bernarski, 2 away in the inning. And the batter, Cameron Russo. But Saguaro lost 3-2 to Arcadia on Thursday night. Fountain Hills has won a couple of games since the two teams met last week. They beat Coronado, and then yesterday a good battle against Scottsdale Christian, and the Falcons won that one 8-6. Pitch over for a strike. Runner goes, throw to second base. Lebrani there to cover, and the tag applied, and foil is gunned down by Brett Adams. A 2-4 caught stealing to end the top of the first inning for Fountain Hills. Nothing doing after a half inning of play. It's the Falcons nothing, and the SaberCats coming up. SaberCats had to go to work in the bottom of the first inning as JT Nettleton leads off. And Nettleton takes inside for ball one. Nettleton starts in right field tonight, or this afternoon rather. Turner Lace bats second and shortstop. The number 3 hitter is the catcher, Brett Adams. Matt Mara plays first base and bats fourth. Michael Bloom in center field is the number 5 hitter. As that pitch is Anthony's on the inside corner, a strike, 1-1. Shane Stansbury starts at third base and bats sixth. The number 7 hitter is the designated hitter. That's Stephen Gifford as he bats for the pitcher, Nick Meserve. Ryan McGill in left field bats 8th. The number 9 hitter is the second baseman, Nick Lebrani. Now the 1-1 to Nettleton. That's inside, bounced in there, and it might have hit him. But no, I guess it just bounced in there for a ball, and it's 2-1. And Nick Meserve has been busy for the SaberCats, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in the top of the second inning, perhaps. But SaberCat offense trying to get things going here after scoring just a couple of runs on Thursday night, as that pitch to Nettleton is over for a strike, and it's 2-2. The SaberCats had their chances on Thursday night. They left 8 runners on base through the 7 innings and scored 2 runs, just 1 earned run on 4 base hits. I make it 5 base hits, and a swing and a miss, and Nettleton strikes out.
Batting the shortstop, number 20, Turner Lace.
So Nettleton out to start the bottom of the first inning for the SaberCats, and the batter is Turner Lace. Lace in the bat from the right side against the left-hander, Nick Watiziak. And the first pitch, a breaking ball, a little bit low, ball 1. So it's Watiziak pitching, Tant the catcher, Andrew Bernarski at first base, Fat at second, Kukala at short, Russo at third, Paul Bernarski in left field. As the pitch is fouled out of play, it's 1-1. Foyle in center and Stuber in right field for Fountain Hills. No score, bottom of the first inning. Here's the set and the 1-1. And that's over for a strike and a breaking ball, and it's 1-2. Senior day for the SaberCats. So they recognize all of the 2013 seniors. Final regular season home game, and a ball popped up into shallow right field. Going to be a long run out there And it's caught in right field by Stuber for out number 2.
Now batting the catcher, number 5, Brett Adams.
2 down in the SaberCats first inning, and the batter is Brett Adams. And first one to Adams. A little bit high for ball 1. Falcons had a base runner in the first inning, a hit batter after 1 out, but that runner caught stealing to end the first inning as the next one to Adams is low 2-0. And the 2-0. That's inside for ball 3, 3-0. Well, Adams sitting on a pitch here, 3-0, trying to get the inning going with 2 outs. Teziak with a pitch. And that looked pretty good. Called the ball. Maybe a bit inside. And it's a 2-out walk to Adams. He'll come off as the SaberCats will run for him as
catcher Adams, number 14,
Ben Lagusis is on to run at first base.
The first baseman, number 25, Matt Mara.
Now Matt Mara at the plate. Lagusis 11 steals. He's been caught 3 times on the year. Now, early decision, I guess, for the SaberCats. You got the cleanup hitter up there, but runner at first base. So do you try to get him in a scoring position here early? The throw will go to first base. Fountain Hills wanting to keep him close, whether or not the SaberCats do decide to send him. Trying to keep him close over there at first base. And the pitch to Mara, a little bit low, ball 1. 5 in a row out of the strike zone now from Wojciak. Lagusis with a short lead over there, but throw goes to first base anyway, and he's back standing up. And we talk about this quite a bit. You don't see, a ton of left-handers, so it's something to talk about at least, that a little harder to run on the left-handers just because of their flexibility and the things they can do on the throws over to first base. If you're going to go on a straight steal, you got to go on their first move, even if it is coming over to first base. The 2-0 pitch. Low 3-0. That's 7 in a row now out of the strike zone for Wojciak. Michael Bloom next for the SaberCats. You got to figure that Mara now has the take sign here. 7 in a row out of the zone. And the pitch. And that's over for a strike, 3-1. Lagusis stretches out the lead a little bit more over there at first, so the throw will go that way. And again, he's back standing. The other thing is you can get with that bigger lead with a left-hander up there, and you just have more of a one-way lead, so your weight's on your left leg, and your first move as a base runner is to go back toward first base, even if pitcher delivers. The 3-1, and that's low ball 4. So back-to-back 2-out walks for the SaberCats here in the first inning.
Now batting the center fielder, number 11, Michael Bloom.
And now Michael Bloom, the center fielder, with 2 aboard and 2 outs. And Wojciak with the pitch, and Bloom going after the first one. Interesting there, and I guess he was thinking that Wojciak was going to try to jump ahead and try to groove one there, and Bloom not able to get solid contact. But interesting, what is a strike, but interesting that back-to-back walks, 8 balls and 1 strike in 2 hitters, and Bloom going after the first one. Breaking ball misses, and it's 1-1. Check of the runners, the set, and the 1-1. And that's on the inside corner, a strike, and it's 1-2. 2 aboard, 2 out, bottom of the first inning, no score. Final regular season game of the year for the SaberCats. The 1-2, the runners go, the pitch high, the throw to third base, and Lagusis is in just ahead of the throw. A double steal for the SaberCats. That'll get another runner into scoring position. And now an opportunity to bring in a couple of runs on a base hit here if Bloom can find the outfield. Look back to second, the 2-2 as high on a fastball, 3-2. If Bloom's able to reach, Shane Stansbury awaits in the on-deck circle for Saguaro. And the pitch is high for ball 4. So Bloom walks, and that's 3 straight to load the bases. And now Shane Stansbury will hit with the bases loaded and 2 away. That one borderline, and it might be a situation where as a pitcher, not pounding the strike zone, and so not going to get a borderline call that he might get a little bit later on. And the first one to Stansbury down the middle, strike 1. Lagusis running for Adams at third, Mara at second, and Bloom aboard at first. In the bottom of the first inning, no score. A strikeout and a flyout started the SaberCat first. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed by Stansbury, and it's 0-2. Tisiak with a set as he looks back to second. The 2-strike pitch. Fastball misses way outside. Trying to get Stansbury to chase out of the zone. And the count 1-2. The set on the 1-2 pitch. And that's off a fist down the right field line, but foul. And the count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Stansbury trying to reach here for the SaberCats to bring in at least a run for Saguaro. And if he is able to reach, Stephen Gifford would bat for the SaberCats here in the first. They'll look back to second of the 1-2 pitch. And a ground ball, first base side foul again. And we stay at a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled out of play, so Stansbury hanging tough here. He's fouled off 3 different 2-strike pitches. The set again and the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. And Stansbury strikes out, and that ends the SaberCat first inning. No runs, no hits, 3 walks, and 3 left. And after an inning of play, there's no score. Cameron Russo, the leadoff hitter for the Falcons in the second. And he takes outside for ball 1.
Come on, Nick.
The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Russo followed by Watiziak and Paul Bernarski in the Fountain Hills second inning. The 1-1. It's a fastball, and it's high, 2-1. Nick Maservi 3-6 on the season through a complete game in the loss on Thursday night against Arcadia. Pitch fouled to the backstop at the count 2-2. Maservi allowed just 4 base hits and only 1 earned run out of the 3. The 2 runs he gave up in the 6th inning, both unearned, and then an earned run in the 7th, which turned out to be the difference. Pitch fouled off, still 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I said Nick's been busy through 7 innings on Thursday. Also finished up the game against Fountain Hills last Monday night as he threw the last 2 innings against Fountain Hills. And he struck out the side in the 6th and the 7th, gave up some base runners, a base hit in the 6th, a hit batter and a walk in the 7th, but 6 strikeouts for the 6 outs. But a walk to Russo to begin the 2nd. And the batter is Nick Wojciak.
Now batting the pitcher, number 3, Nick Wojciak.
The first pitch is outside for ball 1. But Maservi 3-6 on the year with a save, an earned run average of 3.70. He's making his 15th appearance of the season. The ball is fouled back out of play, 1-1. In 47 1/3 innings, Maservi's given up 46 hits, 23 walks, 69 strikeouts. The 1-1. And a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Next one floats inside, and it's 2-2. The set of the 2-2 pitch. And that's tapped foul. And there's a swing and a miss. Stasiak strikes out for the first out, and the batter is Paul Bernarski.
Paul Bernarski.
No score, top of the 2nd inning, 1 on, 1 out for the Falcons. And that pitch over the outer half of the plate for a strike, and it's 0-1. Here's Maservi with the set. The runner goes, and the ball pounded over toward third base. Stansbury with it. His throw to Mara to first base, and that is out number 2. So the Falcons put the runner in motion to try to get the infielders going, and Bernarski slaps at the ball and grounds it right to Stansbury, who throws him out at first.
Number 17, Josh Tant.
Russo goes to 2nd on the play. The batter is Josh Tant. First pitch, a fastball high for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, and that's hit into center field. Bloom there, though, and he puts it away for the final out of the Falcons' 2nd inning. A leadoff walk for Fountain Hills. The runner left at second base, and after an inning and a half from Saguaro High School, there's no score. Bottom third of the order for the SaberCats in the 2nd inning as Stephen Gifford takes a strike on the inside corner. Gifford, McGill, and Lebrani in the 2nd for Saguaro. The 1-strike pitch. A little bit low, 1-1. Nick Wojciak 5-2 on the season. An ERA of 2.55. He's making his 10th appearance of the year. The 1-1. That's inside, 2-1. He's thrown 44 innings for the Falcons, given up 42 base hits, 19 walks, and 69 strikeouts. The 2-1 pitch. That's high, 3-1. Three and one on Gifford. Ryan McGill next for Saguaro on the pitch. And that's ball 4. That's the 4th walk given up by Wojciak. And it's a leadoff walk in the Saguaro 2nd inning, different than the 1st inning when he got a strikeout and a fly ball to begin the inning. Then 3 straight walks to load the bases before a strikeout ended it. And we'll see how Saguaro plays it here in the bottom of the 2nd. Leadoff hitter aboard toward the bottom of the order. Perhaps going to try to move him up. And McGill gets the bunt down, and that's a great bunt right on the line to throw to first base. Good play there to get the out, as Tant does a nice job to get out from behind the plate on a ball that was right down the third base line. So a sacrifice moves the runner to second base as McGill does his job. And now a pinch runner coming in as Jack Kraft will run at second base for Gifford.
Running for Gifford, number 7, Jack Kraft.
So that shows you the SaberCats are playing for a run for sure here as they want just to have a little tick upgrade in speed there to give base runner a chance to score on a base hit into the outfield as Nick Lebrani will get a chance to drive home Kraft from second base. A runner at second and 1 out in the bottom of the second inning, no score. And again, the SaberCats are playing this game as they would an elimination game. They want to control their own fate in that if they win tonight or this afternoon, they will advance to the playoffs. If they do not win, then probably they'll still get in, but there's a danger with still a couple of games left that they might get leapfrogged by enough teams. And a ground ball over to third, not going to get the runner up. On a base running error here as Kraft's going to run into an out. And a mistake there with a ground ball in front, no reason at all to take off. And I think he was trying to anticipate the third baseman Russo throwing across the diamond, and he took off early.
Right fielder, number 1, J.T. Nettleton.
So the SaberCats lose a base and an out. It's now a runner at first base as Lebrani is aboard on the fielder's choice. But 2 outs in the inning for J.T. Nettleton, who came in batting .309 on the year. With 2 doubles and 2 triples, he's knocked in 5. He struck out in the first. Lebrani 3 for 3 in steals on the year, and he's going on the first pitch. The throw going to be late to second base. The pitch was high for a ball. So Lebrani got a good jump, steals his 4th base of the year. And now he's in scoring position for Nettleton. And a fastball high, 2 balls and no strikes.
All right, number 3, find it.
2-0 on Nettleton with a runner at second, 2 away in the bottom of the second, and no score. They'll look back to second and the pitch. And that's low for a ball, 3-0. Turner Lace next for the SaberCats. Will he get a chance to hit here in the second inning? And maybe I missed a pitch. Looked down too quickly. 2-1 on the scoreboard. And that's outside. And so one of those was a strike. 3-1 now the count. Three and one on Nettleton. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. It's 3-2. Tiziak now a pitch away from pitching out of trouble here in the second. After loading the bases with 2 outs in the first, he got a strikeout to end the inning. Gave up a leadoff walk here in the second. Saw the runner go to second on a sacrifice. Got a base running mistake from Saguaro for the second out. And now a ground ball over to third. Russo has it, and he'll throw to first base. And out at first base, a 5-3 ground out. Nettleton retired, and so are the SaberCats in the second. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a runner left. SaberCats have left 4 runners on through 2 innings, but after 2, we stay scoreless. Nick Maservi faces 8-9-1 in the order for Fountain Hills in the top of the third as Ethan Fett takes high for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Over for a strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And a ground ball. Foul on the third base side. It's 1-2. The 1-2. And that's fouled back. And we stay at a ball and 2 strikes. And Maservi with another 1-2. Fastball inside, and it's 2-2. And a ball foul back and out of play. Maservi back to the line and the 2-2 pitch. Just outside, and it's 3-2. One did not miss by very much, and you could see that Adams held it just an extra second there for the plate umpire to make sure he had a good look at it as another one's fouled out of play. Boy, and that pitch looked pretty good, but called the ball. 2 in a row, pretty good spot there. But a leadoff walk for the Falcons. And the batter is the right fielder, Justin Stuber. Stuber shows bunt and bunts it foul and out of play on the first base side. The 0-1, that ball bunted on the second base side. That's going to be trouble and no play, a bunt base hit. So Stuber gets the bunt base hit down. Merritt charged. Lubrani was over toward first base to cover.
The shortstop, number 10.
And the ball bunted hard enough to get it past Maservi. And now Fountain Hills in business with 2 aboard and nobody out in the third. Corey Kukala, who struck out in the first inning at the plate, a .420 hitter. 2 doubles, a triple, 16 RBI, and time called. The bunt shown early here. And it is bunted. Mara will field, and his play is to first base, so another sacrifice down for Fountain Hills. 3-4 on the sacrifice, and the runners move up as Fett goes to third and Stuber to second, and the batter is Devin Foyle. Foyle hitting .348 on the year, 5 doubles, 6 triples, 21 RBI. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. And Maservi gets out in front there as the first pitch is fouled back out of play, and it's strike 1. No score, top of the third inning. Best chance of the day for Fountain Hills. A fastball from Maservi low, and it's 1-1. Maservi working out of the windup, and the 1-1 pitch. And a ground ball down the third base line, a fair ball, and that's going to bring home 2. Foyle is on his way to second base. And he pulls in with a 2-run double, and Fountain Hills leads Saguaro 2-0. 6th double of the year for Foyle. RBIs 22 and 23. And now he's at second base with 1 out for Andrew Bernarski. Bernarski batting .452. 9 doubles, 4 triples, 8 home runs, 34 knocked in. He struck out swinging in the first.
All right, Andrew, see it, bud. Go, Andrew!
And the pitch hits Bernarski, and he'll go to first base. Timeout called from the Saguaro dugout, and that's going to get Luke Eichste up and in the Saguaro bullpen, I believe. We get a timeout on the top of the third inning. Fountain Hills leads Saguaro 2-0. Russo going after the first pitch. A foul ball out of play down the right field side. Cameron hitting .417, a couple of home runs, 34 knocked in. He walked his first time up. Next one misses for a ball, and it's 1-1. A lot of things have happened since, but think back to the start of the inning on a couple of pitches that were borderline that were called balls that Meserve might have had strike 3. And instead it was a leadoff walk, and that's one of the runs that is scored here for Fountain Hills. 1-2 now on Russo. Two aboard with 1 out, 2 runs in for Fountain Hills in the third. Adams going through the signs, and now time called. And a pitch near the outside corner. It looked like that might have been a little bit wide, and if there was a pitch that Meserve would have rather had, it would have been to that leadoff hitter in the inning.
Come on, Blue. 4 inches outside.
Now Nick Watiziak, who struck out swinging his first time up, going after the first pitch, hits it down the line, picked up on a nice play by Matt Mara, and he'll tap the bag at first to end the inning. So Meserve pitches out of further trouble here in the third inning, but it gives up 2 runs on 2 base hits, and 2 runners were left on base. After 2.5 innings, it's Fountain Hills 2 and Saguaro nothing. Two, 3, and 4 in the order for Saguaro in the third inning as Turner Lace takes ball 1. And pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Turner hitting .361 coming into today's ball game. 5 doubles, a triple, and 22 knocked in. Takes that pitch low for a ball, and it's 2-1. Brad Adams, Matt Mara follow for Saguaro in the bottom of the third. The 2-1 pitch.
Nice.
Over the outside corner, a strike, and it's 2-2.
Hey, it goes both ways.
And the 2-2 pitch. And that's hit well out to center field, but out there Foyle. A few steps to his right, and he makes the catch. And that's out number 1.
Now batting the catcher, number 5, Brett Adams.
Now Brett Adams, who walked his first time up, came into the game hitting .416, 20 doubles, 22 RBI.
Come on, babe, get started here.
And Adams going after the first one, fouls it off.
Come on, babe.
The 0-1, and a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Get started.
Now the 0-2. Outside. I was outside by about 1.5 feet. Somebody yells, "Come on," from the Fountain Hills side. She's around the corner. Now the 1-2. And a ground ball foul. And we stayed a ball and 2 strikes. Adams batting with the bases empty and 1 out in the SaberCat third inning. Saguaro trailing Fountain Hills 2-0. And another 1-2. And that's popped up right side, going back Bernarski, and he calls for it, and he's got it. And that is out number 2.
How about in first baseman, number 25?
Now Matt Mara will try to get it going with 2 outs here in the third inning.
Come on, Saguaro, get your heads up. Get back in this ball game.
And Mara right on the first pitch, fouled it back, and it's lodged in the backstop. The one-strike pitch. And that's on the inside corner, a strike. Fooled there on the pitch, and the count 0-2.
Come on, Matt, they need you here, buddy.
The two-strike pitch. Outside. And it's 1-2. 2 outs, bases empty. Bloom in the on-deck circle for the SaberCats. The 1-2 pitch. And that's fouled off at the plate. Hit the plate and then came back up and hit Matt in the batter's box. Another 1-2 pitch. And that's outside, and it's 2-2.
Come on, running.
Right over the plate.
Goes both ways.
And now the 2-2. And Mara hit by the pitch.
That's the way to get back at him. Good job, pitch.
Hey, Michael, let's go. Back up the middle. Blast something here.
So Mara reaches base safely after being hit by the pitch. And the batter is Michael Bloom. Bloom walked his first time up. I don't know if I mentioned Mara, 381, 2 homers, 17 knocked in. He's a 2-out base runner. Now Bloom batting 397. 6 doubles, a triple, and a home run. He's knocked in 19. Just trying to extend the inning here off the end of the bat. Popped up first base side, and that's well out of play. Strike 1. Not a super strong scoring chance for the SaberCats in the first 2 outs, but then they did get 3 straight walks to load the bases. Second inning, though, a leadoff walk. Start of the inning, a sacrifice moved the runner to second, and Saguaro could not score. Now 2-out base runner in the bottom of the third, the 1-strike pitch. And that's fouled off right around the same spot over there on the first base side. Well out of play again, and it's 0-2. If Bloom can reach, Shane Stansbury will bat for Saguaro in the bottom of the third inning. Final game of the season for the SaberCats. Trying to get one more win in PowerPoint play to improve their position and assure them a spot in the playoffs. And a ground ball up the middle, that's playable out there. And a catch of the high hop there for Fett, and a tap of the bag at second base to retire Mara. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, a hit batter, 1 left through 3 innings of play. Saguaro still looking for their first base hit of the ball game, and they trail Fountain Hills 2-0. And a pitching change for the SaberCats as we start the 4th inning. Luke Eichste takes over on the mound for Saguaro, and his first pitch to Paul Bernarski misses for ball 1. Luke 2-2 on the season, a 3.27 earned run average, making his 10th appearance of the year. He's thrown 25 2/3 innings, allowed 23 hits, 13 walks, 32 strikeouts, and a ground ball to second base. Lebrani there, he's got it, and the throw to Mara at first base, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 4th inning. So a little
Job out there, number 2.
change of pace, and I don't necessarily mean from a speed standpoint, but for sure you go from left-hander to right-hander and give a little different look here for the Falcons in the 4th inning as Josh Tant bats. And Eichste puts the first one over for strike 1. Tant batting .342, 8 doubles, a triple, 15 home runs. He had a fly ball to center field his first time up. That ended the 2nd inning. He takes the next one inside and low, and it's 1-1. SaberCats going to have to find some offense here today, though. Giving up 2 runs in the first 3 innings, not horrible. But you got to try to get the ball in play and try to find some base hits here. They have been held hitless through the first 3 innings.
Real strikes, let your infield do the
4
work.
walks and a hit batter, so they've had some base runners, but nothing past that. 3-1 now to count on Tant with Ethan Fett next for the Falcons. Here's Eichste to the wide and the 3-1. And not close, ball 4. So 1 out walk as Tant goes to first base. And Ethan Fett, the second baseman, and he walked to start the third inning, came around to score the first run of the ball game, a .265 hitter with a triple and 12 knocked in. Turn and an easy throw to first base, and Tant back. He's stolen 8 bases in 9 tries on the year. And that ball in trouble out there in right center field. Runner going to go all the way around to third base, and then Stansbury saves a base by knocking down a ball that bounced in there. Just punched into shallow right center field. Nettleton came up as though he was going to try to throw the runner out going to third base. And Tant gets in well ahead of the throw. Fett at first base. With 1 out of the inning, the batter Justin Stuber batting .342, 3 doubles, 7 triples, 2 home runs, and 15 RBI before he can face Luke Eichste. We get a SaberCat timeout as Saguaro head coach Ryan Dyer out of the dugout. We play in the top of the 4th, 2-0 Falcons. Now Stuber ready after the timeout, and Eichste's first pitch fouled straight to the backstop, and that's strike 1. Stuber with a bunt base hit and a run scored his first time up. 2-0 Fountain Hills. Nick Maservi's line, 3 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 2 runs both earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 2 hit batters. Now Eichste steps off. Now the set, check of the runners, and the 1-strike pitch. Squeezes on, and the ball bunted foul. So Stuber fouls it off with Tant trying to score. Now the set. Eichste looking for a strikeout now on an 0-2 pitch. Runner goes, and the ball fouled off. Fett 4 stolen bases in 4 tries on the year. And you put a little more pressure on the number 9 hitter Stuber to swing at really anything close, which gives you an opportunity for a strike him out, throw him out, double play. Could also go to a pitch out here, but the runner does not go. The pitch is outside, and it's 1-2. Thinking back, and I've done about 50, I think today's game number 57 on the year for me in baseball. And I don't know that I've seen a pitch out the entire season. And there's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and didn't need to tag the batter. And the runner goes to second base on the ball in the dirt. So a wild pitch puts Fett to second base. Stuber strikes out for the second out. And the batter is Corey Kukla.
Keep the ball in front of you, infield.
2 in scoring position with 2 outs. Big hitter here for Eichste and the SaberCats. Corey a strikeout in the first, a sacrifice in the third. And the first pitch, a fastball from Eichste high for ball 1. 2-run deficit, manageable. 4 sounds a lot scarier for Saguaro, with the idea that it's a win and you're in situation here today. Eichste looks back to second base. And the 1-0 pitch. That's on the inside corner, a strike, and it's 1-1. Saguaro did a good job last week not kind of overlooking Fountain Hills. It's a good Division III team coming in at 24-4. The 1-1 pitch. Pitch high, 2-1.
Come on, throw the glove. Let's go.
Saguaro's not played since Thursday night. They won't play again until Saturday if, in fact, they qualify for the Division II playoffs. So you know that everybody's available today. And a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2, and that's part of the reason I would bet. Didn't ask about it before the game, but I bet that's why Eichste did not start today in the outfield and in the batting order. They didn't want to have to mess with him trying to get loose between innings or when he's not at bat, and so they kept him out of the starting lineup to make sure he had plenty of time in the bullpen to get ready if they wanted him. And that pitch over for a called third strike. That's borderline at best, but the SaberCats get a break maybe in the fourth inning. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 2 runners left. Midpoint of the ball game, and the SaberCats trailing Fountain Hills by a score of 2-0. Shane Stansbury, the leadoff hitter in the fourth inning for Saguaro, and he takes the first pitch, a fastball outside for ball 1. Stephen Gifford and Ryan McGill to follow in the SaberCat fourth. The ball fouled back to the backstop, and the count 1-1. First round of the Division II Baseball State Playoffs start on Saturday. The top 24 teams qualify for the state tournament. The top 8 teams get a first-round bye, so teams 9 through 24 will be in action on Saturday.
Good eye.
Teams 17 through 24 on the road at teams 9 through 16. And so, again, first Saguaro wants to make sure they get in.
Good eye.
As the pitch is outside 3-1, but then an opportunity if they can get to the number 16 spot to host a playoff game on Saturday. Now the 3-1 pitch. And that one fouled back as Stansbury got just a piece there. And now the count full. Sheen hitting .222, 7 doubles, a triple, and 11 knocked in. He struck out to end the first. And the 3-2. And that's over the outside corner, a called third strike. So Stansbury out on strikes to start the Saguaro fourth inning. And the batter, Stephen Gifford. The winners from Saturday then will advance to play on Tuesday against the top 8 seeds. And then that's a big game there because the winners advance to an 8-team double elimination. As the first one to Gifford is over for strike 1. It's not a position that Saguaro's been in the last several years. As that one is inside and it's 1-1. In that they're playing late in the season to try to get into the playoffs to make sure they've got a spot. They've been a top 8 team each of the last several years.
There you go.
And the ball just foul outside third, and the count goes to 1-2. 1 out, base is empty, bottom of the fourth inning. Saguaro trailing Fountain Hills 2-0. And you wonder kind of where the offense has gone here for Saguaro. They got to try to get it going again. The 1-2 pitch. And there's a hard hit ball, and the first base hit of the ball game. It's a 1-out single in the bottom of the fourth inning. Stephen Gifford has been aboard both times after walking in the second. Now he's on at first base.
Number 21, Ryan McGill.
And the batter is Ryan McGill.
We just want contact now, just contact.
McGill batting .250 with a double and 2 RBI in limited playing time. And the first pitch bounced in for ball 1.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Gifford 1 steal. He's been caught once, so not a threat to run, at least on a straight steal. And a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Nick Watiziak has kept Saguaro off balance through the first 3 1/3. Again, that's the first base hit he's allowed. He's walked 4 and hit 1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss over the top of the pitch there is McGill. Nick Lebrani next for Saguaro. The set. Check of the runner in the 1-2. And that's a slow tapper. Wojciech sets, throws to first base, and out at first. McGill will get the runner to second base, but not quite what Saguaro was looking for, but I guess productive in that they got the runner moved up 90 feet. And now it'll take something with 2 outs for Saguaro as Nick Lebrani bats. Lebrani aboard on a fielder's choice his first time up, hitting .222 on the year with a double and 3 RBI.
Just a base hit, big fella. Just get some contact on the ball.
Saguaro left the bases loaded with, they didn't get them loaded until there were 2 outs in the first, but they left them loaded in the first inning. Left a runner at second in the second, left a runner at first in the third. And now they've got a runner at second with 2 outs in the fourth inning, trying to cash it in and get on the scoreboard. The set of the 1-0. And a swing and a foul ball. And the count 1-1. Fountain Hills also, looking to solidify their spot. They sit at number 3 in Division III baseball. As a look back to second, the 1-1 pitch, and a swing and a miss. Ball over the bat over the top of the ball there.
Number 2, just get a little piece of it out there.
Stasiak has been able to get in front of the hitters. It was a 3-2 strikeout of Stansbury, but then he's had a 1-2 single to Gifford, a 1-2 ground out to McGill, and now 1-2 on Lebrani. The set of the pitch. And a line drive, but foul on the first base side. It's still a ball and 2 strikes. Lebrani ready in the next one. And a swing and a miss. Pitch up out of the strike zone. And that will end the inning. Another strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts now for Wojciech after 4 innings of play. Saguaro trails Fountain Hills 2-0. Two, 3, 4 in the order for the Falcons in the 5th inning. Devin Foyle, the center fielder, leads off. And going after the first one, fouls it out of play, and that's strike 1. Foyle, Bernarski, and Russo for Fountain Hills in the 5th. Now it's Eichstey's job to try to keep Fountain Hills right on that number 2.
Good pitch.
Pitch is low for a ball, and it's 1-1.
Up hit.
The 1-1 pitch.
Good pitch.
That's inside. 2 balls and a strike. Eichstey back to the line of the 2-1 pitch. That's high. 3-1.
In those glasses, Blue.
And Eichstey back to it, the 3-1 pitch. And a ground ball, long way to go for Lebrani. Gets to it on the outfield grass, throws to first base, and that's in time. Now maybe the SaberCats can turn a little momentum from their defensive work, as Lebrani had to go a long way, and he got out of the outfield grass to make that pick up the ground ball. And then they throw to first to retire Foyle. Now Andrew Bernarski, who struck out to end the first. Not to end the first, but he was the final hitter there as we get a timeout. Playing in the 5th, 2-0 Fountain Hills.
Come on, Blue.
First pitch to Bernarski is inside for a ball. Yeah, swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 and a breaking ball. That's high. 2-1. One out, base is empty. Top of the fifth inning. SaberCats trailing Fountain Hills 2-0. Final game of the regular season for the SaberCats. And the 2-1. And a swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
But I understand there, bud.
Now Langsty to the line and the 2-2. That misses for a ball. 3-2. And Langsty now a 3-2 pitch. And that misses for ball 4. So one out walk puts Bernarski aboard. And it brings up Cameron Russo.
My batting,
Field,
third baseman,
turn
number
two now.
22, Cameron Russo.
Come on, Cam. Let's go, Cameron.
Russo a walk in the second, called out on strikes in the third. And a swing and a foul tip, strike 1. Check of the runner at first and a turn, easy throw that way, and diving back Bernarski. The set of the 1-strike pitch, and that's outside, and it's 1-1. 2-0 Falcons, top of the fifth inning. They've got a runner at first base with 1 out. The runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down to second base. Adams puts it right on the money again, and Lebrani there for the tag. 2-4 caught stealing, and that'll erase the base runner for Fountain Hills. Don't know that Bernarski got a very good jump out there, but he's caught for the first time. And now a chance to finish it off here in the fifth inning for Eichste, the 1-2 pitch. And a breaking ball, that's outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes on Rousseau. Got some bullpen activity for Fountain Hills. A right-hander up there. That pitch was up out of the strike zone, but a fly ball lifted into left field, and McGill there. And he puts it away for the final out of the fifth inning. And that does it for Fountain Hills in the fifth. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. It's still the Falcons 2 and the SaberCats nothing. Top of the order for the SaberCats at the bottom of the fifth inning. JT Nettleton trying to bunt his way on. The ball bounced in and went to the backstop. I didn't see for sure that Nettleton pulled the bat back, but I don't think it was ruled a strike by the plate umpire. Now swinging a foul ball, and the count 1-1. Nettleton, Lace, and Adams for Saguaro in the fifth. JT a strikeout in the first and a ground out ended the second. The 1-1 pitch. And you're going to try to bunt again. This time he didn't get the bat pulled back. And the count 1-2. I guess I understand the leadoff hitter with speed. Bunting for a base hit is one of the weapons in the arsenal, but interesting here. Now you got to swing away, and the ball fouled off. And we stay 1-2. And a swing, the ball bounced in though, and it's going to get away, and Nettleton is going to take the turnaround. He's going to try for second base. And the throw down, that gets away, and just about started to take off for second base. And everybody happy there that Nettleton stays at second base. So it's a strikeout and a wild pitch to put Nettleton out to second base. And maybe that's the break that the SaberCats needed here. We'll see if they can take advantage. You get a runner to second and nobody out, you got to get the run in now. Down 2-0 in the bottom of the fifth inning. Turner Lace at the plate for the SaberCats. 2 flyouts in his 2 at-bats. Once to right and once to center. And a line shot. That'll get down for a base hit, and the SaberCats are going to get on the board as Nettleton comes around to score. And it's an RBI base hit for Turner Lace, and Saguaro's on the board in the fifth inning as they trail 2-1. RBI number 23 on the year for Turner Lace. And now the batter is Brett Adams.
Hey, don't kill it, just feed it. Don't kill it.
Adams with a walk in the first and a pop out in the third. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. SaberCats with a tying run at first. The go-ahead run at the plate in the bottom of the fifth. The set of the 1-0. And a ground ball foul third base side. And it's 1-1. Third time through the order here for the SaberCats against Fountain Hill starter Nick Witisiak. And see if they can do a little better this time around. Already a better start as they have a run here in the bottom of the fifth. The set of the 1-1 to Adams. And a swing and a miss. And they count 1-2. And now you got to shorten up here and try to move that runner along.
That's all we need here.
Runner goes on the 1-2 and a swing and a miss, but no throw down. That works the same as a sacrifice really for the SaberCats in that they get the runner to second base. And now the tying run in scoring position with 1 away for Matt Mara. Matt with a walk in the first inning. He was hit by a pitch in the third. And Mara with a ball hit well out to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit and go to the fence. The SaberCats will tie it as Lace is waved around third base to score. Mara will stop at second on an RBI double, and it's 2-2. For Matt Mara, his 6th double of the season, RBI number 18 as Lace scores. And Mara's out at second base. He represents the go-ahead run. It's a 2-2 game in the bottom of the fifth inning, and the batter is Michael Bloom. Mara on base for the 3rd time today. And a big hit there as the first one to Bloom, a check swing and a strike. No balls and a strike on Bloom, who walked in the first and bounced into an inning-ending fielder's choice in the third. The set, the turn back, but no play. Well, the inning started with a strikeout, but a wild pitch that put JT Nettleton to second base. And now 1 ball and 1 strike. Look back to second, the 1-1 pitch. And that's a fly ball out to right field. Going to be a long run for Stuber. Over near the line makes the catch, and Mara holds at second base. That's out number 2. And it'll bring up Shane Stansbury. And Stansbury with a swing and a miss. The ball in the dirt, and the throw to third base is not in time, so Mara moves to third on a wild pitch. He represents the go-ahead run for the SaberCats in the 5th. 1 ball, no strikes on Shane Stansbury, who struck out to end the 1st and was called out on strikes to start the 4th. Here's the center, the check of the runner, and the 1-0 pitch. Bounced in and blocked there by Tant. That saves a run. Two ball game, bottom of the 5th. The 1-1. And a line drive, rather, and that's through and into right center field. And Shane Stansbury with an RBI base hit, and Saguaro leads 3-2. So pitching change for Fountain Hills as we play in the bottom of the 5th. And Devin Foyle is on to face Stephen Gifford. And the pitch over for a strike. Foyle 8-0 on the season. A 1.29 earned run average as Stansbury goes. The pitch outside, the throw to second base. Boy, just about got him. That looked like that was a high tag, but almost looked as though they got the tag down. Stansbury steals his 6th base of the year. By the way, for Shane, his 12th run knocked in on that RBI single that chased Fountain Hills starter Nick Wojciak. Breaking ball, and that's popped up down the right field side. It's going to be in foul territory. And an over-the-shoulder catch by the first baseman, Andrew Bernarski, on a nice play to end the Saguaro 5th inning, but a much-needed big inning for the SaberCats at the bottom of the 5th. They score 3 times on 3 hits. They leave 1, and after 5 innings of play, it's Saguaro 3 and Fountain Hills 2. We go to work in the 6th inning, and it's 5, 6, and 7 in the order for Fountain Hills. Nick Wojciak, the leadoff hitter, and he takes ball 1. He struck out and grounded out in 2 trips. And that's a swing and a foul ball, and the count 1-1.
There.
1-1 on the leadoff hitter in the Falcons' 6th. And the pitch high, 2 balls and 1 strike. Wojciak, the batter for Fountain Hills, the starting pitcher. He went 4 2/3 innings. He allowed 4 hits, 3 runs all earned, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 hit batter. And now he's in line for the loss in case, or if Fountain Hills is not able to come back here. And the 2-2 pitch. High again, 3-2. Ice-T has gone 2 innings for Saguaro and has given up 1 base hit, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Trying to get this leadoff hitter out, and helped out there with a pitch that may have been up out of the strike zone. But strikeout number 3 for Ice-T and number 7 for Saguaro pitchers. And there's 1 out for Paul Bernarski.
Number 1, Paul Bernarski.
Bernarski grounded out in the 2nd, ground out again in the 4th. And the first pitch high for ball 1. Nice to get that leadoff hitter retired, though, and that's was a storyline really for the SaberCats for most of the first month of the season. They really struggled getting that leadoff guy out in each inning. The 1-0 pitch. And a ball hit pretty well out to center field, but Bloom right there. And he makes the catch, 2-1. Just nice in general to throw strikes and force guys to put the ball in play. That's the storyline really for every pitching staff at any level. Throw to your spots, throw strikes, make them put the ball in play. And hope your defense can do the work behind you. Now Josh Tant takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Dan with a fly out to end the second and then a walk in the fourth. The 1-0 pitch. That's outside, 2-0. Now the 2-0 pitch. That's high for ball 3, 3-0. Now Ike will have to focus here and try to get back into the count. And the 3-0. Near the outside corner, a strike, and it's 3-1.
Take it down to the ground when you follow through. Way outside.
Back to the line and the 3-1 pitch. And that's high for ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Josh Tant, and that'll bring up Ethan Fett. Tant will come off this time for a courtesy runner, so the Falcons will change. And David Byrne is on to run at first base for Fountain Hills. And the first pitch to Fett high for a ball. Boy, I really want to go after Fett here if you can. It's the tying run aboard at first base for Fountain Hills, the go-ahead run at the plate, but you're at the bottom part of the order, and you go into the 7th inning, and you would really like to have faced 8, 9, and 1. Now you're hoping for 9, 1, and 2. Pitch high, and it's 2-0. And now time called. Coach Dyer out of the dugout. SaberCats have a couple of guys ready, and it looks like it's going to be Stephen Gifford to come on for the SaberCats. We get a break in the 6th. It's 3-2, Saguaro. It is Stephen Gifford on the pitch for Saguaro. And he pumps the first one over for strike 1 to Ethan Fett. And they count 2 balls and a strike. Gifford 3-1 on the year at 2.36 earned run average, making his 13th appearance. He's thrown 35 2/3 innings as the pitch is outside. 31 hits, 24 walks, 28 strikeouts. The 3-1 pitch. And that's over for a strike. And it's 3-2. So now Byrne at first base will take off with a 3-2 count and 2 outs. Wouldn't be a bad idea to throw one over there, but they don't. And it's a pitch off the edge of the glove. Runner's going to try for third base, and Adams throws and safe the call at third base. Boy, dangerous there to make that turn around second. But into third goes the base runner, and now the tying run 90 feet away for the Falcons with 2 outs in the inning. And as we get back to play here, a foul ball off the first base side. Dakota Neidhart, the pinch hitter rather, for Fountain Hills. The tying run 90 feet away for the Falcons. And another one fouled out of play on the right field side, and it's 0-2. That walk to Fett, charge to Luke Eichste. And Eichste responsible for the runner at third base. The 0-2. And a ground ball over to Mara, just high enough to pull in that ground ball. Didn't have to get off the ground very much, but every inch mattered there. And Mara taps the bag at first to end the inning. No runs, no hits, 2 walks, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Fountain Hills trails Saguaro by a score of 3-2. 8-9-1 in the order for the SaberCats in the 6th. And Ryan McGill going after the first one, a foul ball on the first base side for strike 1. McGill, Labronte, and Nettleton scheduled for the SaberCats in the 6th. And a ground ball, and that's under the glove or off the glove of the third baseman Russo, and the leadoff hitter aboard for the SaberCats. And if you're Saguaro now, up 3-2, you know that Labronte's going to be bunting here.
Number 2, do it again now. Come on, man.
You got to try to bunt this runner to second base since you're at the bottom of the order here. A 1-run game in the bottom of the 6th, showing it early. The bunt down, it's picked up, bobbled, and then Foyle's throw is on to first base, and that's in time. So the job done.
Way to move him over.
As Labronte is out on the sacrifice, McGill goes to second, and now a couple of chances to bring in the run. And JT Nettleton called back. Jack Jeffries will pinch hit.
Your attention, batting for Nettleton, number 6, Jack Jeffries.
Come on, Jack.
So Jeffries will hit for the first time. Jack batting .217, 2 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, 13 knocked in. And Jeffries going after the first one off the end of the bat, and now to play down the right field side. I think that's what you want out of your pinch hitter, though. If he's called on to hit, you want him to swing the bat, and Jeffries going after that first one. And we'll see what happens the rest of the way here. Down, no balls and a strike. Batting for JT Nettleton. Turner Lace next for Saguaro. The 0-1.
Good eye.
Bounced in and down at the feet, blocked by 10, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. Fountain Hills got 2 runs in the top of the 3rd inning. Saguaro scored 3 in the bottom of the 5th, and that's been it. 3-2 SaberCats, bottom of the 6th inning. The 1-1 pitch. And down the right field side, but again out of play, and the count moves to 1-2. And the check back and the 1-2 pitch, and Jeffries with a swing and a miss over the top of the breaking ball. He strikes out, and a big out there for Kevin Foyle. And now Foyle will face Turner Lace. Lace knocked in the first run of the 5th inning for the SaberCats back in the 5th inning after Nettleton struck out but reached, in fact, got to second base on the wild pitch. First one to Turner outside for ball 1, but Lace came through with a base hit back up the middle to score the run. He later came around to score run number 2 for Saguaro. Batting with 2 outs and an insurance run at second base, the pitch outside 2-0. It was an RBI single for Lace, an RBI double for Matt Mara, and an RBI single from Shane Stansberry to score the 3 runs for Saguaro. Now Foyle with a 2-0 pitch. That's low, ball 3. Lace may have a green light here on 3-0. I'll look back to second base and the pitch. He was taken all the way, it looked like, and it's 3-1. He let that pitch go on 3-0. He won't let it go on 3-1. Foyle with the pitch. And that one's fouled back, and it's 3-2. If Lace can reach, Brett Adams will bat here in the 6th for Saguaro. As we look ahead to the Fountain Hills 7th inning, they'll send up the top of the order. Kokala, Foyle, and Bernarski for the Falcons in the 7th. Will they be down 1 or will they be down more than 1 as the breaking ball is outside and it's ball 4?
Now batting the catcher, number 5, Brett Adams.
So Lace walks, and the batter is Brett Adams.
You don't have to kill it. Just hit it.
Adams 0 for 2 with a walk today. Maybe saving the base hit for a good time, and it'd be right now here in the bottom of the 6th.
Good eye.
Lays off the first pitch, outside for ball 1. The look back to second for Foyle in the pitch, and that's high for a ball, 2-0. McGill at second, Lace at first, 2 outs in the home half of the 6th inning. Saguaro leading Fountain Hills 3-2. Final game of the season for the SaberCats, at least of the regular season. Good hack on 2-0, foul back out of play, and it's 2-1. Saguaro trying to secure a spot in the Division II playoffs, and a win today for sure would do that. They can still get in even if they don't hang on here today, but to assure a spot, they're lined up that this was a must-win day. And there's Adams with a hard shot into right field and a running catch coming in, the right fielder to make the play, and that will end the inning. Adams hits the ball hard, but at the right fielder, and the SaberCats do not score. No runs, no hits, 1 error plus a walk, 2 left, and the SaberCats have left 9 runners on through 6 innings of play, and we go to the 7th. Saguaro leading Fountain Hills by a score of 3-2. Top of the order for the Falcons in the 7th inning, and the first pitch to from Gifford is high for ball 1 to Corey Kokala. Foyle and Bernarski follow for the Falcons. The 1-0 pitch. That's over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Got to figure that Fountain Hills has probably taken a strike here in the 7th inning, but we'll see if that's the case or if that changes along the way. The 1-1 pitch fouled off, and it's 1-2. Kokala struck out in the 1st, had a sacrifice in the 3rd, and was called out on strikes in the 4th. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Woo!
Pitch just a little bit high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. In the line for Luke Eichste for the SaberCats, 2 2/3 innings pitched. So you get a ground ball over to 3rd. Stansbury snags it, sets his feet, and throws to 1st. And that's in time. The leadoff hitter retired in the Falcons' 7th inning. Big play to start the 7th on the ground out. And the batter will be Devin Foyle, but again for Eichste, 2 2/3 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed, no runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. And Gifford came on and they got the final out in the 6th inning. Now Foyle takes a strike on the outside corner. Devin hit by a pitch in the 1st, doubled home a couple of runs in the 3rd, and then grounded out in the 5th. The 1 strike outside, and it's 1-1. Fountain Hills down 3-2, batting in the top of the 7th. Their postseason position is secure as that pitch misses, 2-1. In that they're going to get into the playoffs. Their seed still maybe to be determined. They came in as the number 3 team in Division III baseball. So I suppose there is a potential that they could fall a spot or 2. And there's a line drive and a base hit over the head of Stansbury and into left field. Got to try to keep him off second base. And Foyle really didn't have any interest of going to second there. He takes the single into left field. And now the tying run aboard and the go-ahead run at the plate for Fountain Hills. And the batter, Andrew Bernarski. Bernarski a strikeout. He's been hit by a pitch and he's walked. Dangerous hitter, though, for the Falcons. 8 home runs on the year for the Fountain Hills first baseman. And a high tapper down the third base line. A fair ball to call, and the throw gets away off the glove of Mara. The runner's going to be waved around. He's going to score, and Fountain Hills ties it in the 7th inning. The throw goes to third base and safe at third. Boy, Stansbury should have let that ball go foul. It was turning that way, and he really, I think, should have let it bounce one more time, or at least followed it to see if it was going to end up foul. He picked it up. The throw went to first base, and it was wide. Mara really didn't have a chance, and really, again, I think should have let that one go. And if it's fair, if it stays down the line fair, then you tip your hat and you give up the base hit. But instead, he had to make the play and then try to throw it quickly, and the throw well off the mark. And the Falcons have tied it in the 7th. Coach Dyer back out of the SaberCat dugout. We play in the 7th inning. It's 3-3. Another pitching change for the SaberCats as Turner Lace comes on as the 4th pitcher of the day for Saguaro, and he pitches with a go-ahead run at third base and only one out as the first pitch to Cameron Russo is on the outside corner for a strike. Andrew Benarski got all the way around to third base on that throwing error. Now the set, check of the runner, and Lace steps off. Turner 1-0 on the season, a 3.34 earned run average. He's making his 13th appearance. 14 2/3 innings pitched, 18 hits allowed, 7 walks, 8 strikeouts. Here comes the runner, and the ball fouled out of play on a squeeze. Not surprising there that, Fountain Hills figures they get a little bit of a gift. They get the game tied, and then you try to force the issue there with a squeeze to get maybe catch the defense by surprise. But Russo, the cleanup hitter, probably not asked to bunt very much during the season, and he wasn't able to get it down. Now with 2 strikes, figure he's going to have to swing away. And Lace looking for a strikeout here ahead 0-2. Beware of a ball in the dirt, though. The set of the 0-2 as the crowd goes quiet, and the pitch a fastball high, and it's 1-2. 1 on, 1 out, 1 in for the Falcons, top of the 7th inning. SaberCats will send up the middle third of the order when they bat in the bottom of the 7th. Will they be playing for the win, or will they be playing for a tie? We'll see what happens here. There's a swing and a miss. Breaking ball gets Russo as he strikes out for the 2nd out of the inning. And the batter is Nick Watiziak. Jasiak, a strikeout in the 2nd, a ground out in the 3rd, and a strikeout in the 6th. And that ball hit well out to right center field. That's going to get the run in as it'll split the outfielders and go off the base of the fence. Fountain Hills has taken a 4-3 lead with Watiziak on his way to third base, and he's in an RBI triple, and Fountain Hills leads 4-3. Well, that pitch just grooved there, and Watiziak makes no mistake and no doubt about it. 4th triple of the year and RBI number 14 as he finds a good time to get his first base hit of the year. And now not only is the run in to make it 4-3, but now the Falcons have another run 90 feet away. And the batter is Paul Bernarski. Just the 5th hit of the ball game for the Falcons. But they've got 2 in the inning plus the error. There's a fly ball that should end the inning, but it's going to be 1 hit or 2 late for Saguaro as Stephen Gifford stayed in the ball game in left field. He makes the catch in left, and that ends the inning. But Fountain Hills answers with 2 runs in the top of the 7th inning on 2 hits, an error, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and now Saguaro needs 1 to tie as they trail 4-3. Matt Mara leads it off in the bottom of the 7th inning for Saguaro and takes the first one from Evan Foyle outside for ball 1. Mara with an RBI double and a run back in the 5th. And then a pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Matt Mara, Michael Bloom, Shane Stansbury scheduled to bat in the 7th for Saguaro. The 1-1 pitch. And that misses for a ball, 2-1.
All day. All day.
The 2-1 pitch. And Mara fouls it out of play on the right side, and it's 2-2. Foyle had to pitch around some trouble when he came into the sixth, had a runner at second with 2 outs, got a pop up to end the inning. And that ball fouled down the right side, still 2-2. And then pitch around more trouble in the sixth inning, had a error behind him to start the sixth. Sacrifice moved the runner to second, and then he got a strikeout, then a walk to put 2 aboard before a line out to right field. And a hard hit ground ball out to short. That got on Kukala in a hurry and a start at first base in time. And Mara, the leadoff hitter, is out to begin the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting the center fielder, number 11, Michael Bloom.
Come on, Michael, get out anyway, anyhow.
And Michael Bloom for the SaberCats. It's the first time Mara had been retired, by the way. He walked in the first, was hit in the third, and then doubled in the 5th. For Bloom, 0 for 2 and a walk. And his walk came back in the first inning when the SaberCats got the bases loaded after 2 were out of the inning. 3 straight walks loaded the bases before a strikeout ended the threat. 0-1 on Bloom. 4-3 the score, bottom of the 7th. Breaking ball outside, it's 1-1.
Be ready now.
The 1-1 pitch. And there's a line shot into right field, down in front of the right fielder. Boy, I thought he might have come up to try to make that play, but does not want to have that ball get past him. Plays it safely and plays it in front of him. And it's a 1-out base hit for Michael Bloom. And the batter, Shane Stansberry.
Come on, Shane. Just like last time.
And we'll see what happens here. Stansberry with an RBI single his last time, up 1 for 3 on the day. And a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Just get a piece of it. You don't have to hit it hard.
Now the center, the check of the runner at first base in the pitch.
Get out.
On the inside corner, a strike, and it's 0-2. Well, I was thinking, you know, you don't want to run into an out and lose a base runner. It's the tying run, but might need to try to get him into scoring position here. Bloom stolen 10 bases in 14 tries. The 0-2. And Stansberry fouls it off. I don't know that you'd go with 2 strikes here, though.
Boy, Devin, looking good.
But we'll see what the SaberCats do. It's Bloom at first base with 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning, and the SaberCats trailing by a score of 4-3. They knew going into the ball game that a win would secure a spot in the Division II playoffs. If they do not win today, probably still get in, but it's a waiting game until Thursday morning. The fastball is outside, and it's 1-2. There were still a number of Division II teams that had games today and tomorrow, and so potential for some teams to leapfrog Saguaro. The breaking ball, boy, that looked pretty good. Call the ball, and it's 2-2.
All right, that's on you, Blue.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's Foyle with the pitch. And a line shot, and that's down the line into right field, and it's going to be a race here. Bloom's going to have to be held at third. Thought that ball might have been strong enough to get by the right fielder, but Shane Stansberry comes up with a base hit here, and he's aboard at first base, and the batter is Stephen Gifford. So Bloom at third and Stansberry at first for Gifford, and that puts the tying run at third base, the winning run at first for Saguaro. As we play in the home half of the 7th inning, SaberCats down 4-3. I would think that Stansberry might take off here and start moving runners around to see if you can get this run in. Depends on whether or not you want to put that on Gifford or not to give him a chance to get the run in. First pitch is low for ball 1. It takes 2 perfect throws on a pickoff if the pitcher Foyle has to commit to first base. And Gifford with a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
Same swing again. Same swing again. You were right on it.
1 ball, 1 strike on Gifford. He had a base hit back in the 4th, 1 for 2 with a walk today. Foyle with a set of the 1-1. And a breaking ball and a swing and a miss. Pitch out of the strike zone and the count 1-2. The key to it, if you're going to send that runner, is you want him to go early before the pitch is delivered so you don't run into a strike him out, throw him out situation. He does not go, and the 1-2 bounced in. That's going to get the tying run home. SaberCats tie it on a wild pitch. And a big turnaround second base, but going back to second is Stansbury. Now the winning run at second base for the SaberCats. It's a 4-4 game in the bottom of the 7th. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Stephen Gifford. The game-winning run at second base for the SaberCats. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Gifford, 1 out of the inning. And the pitch. Yeah, that one just about hit him. And a breaking ball makes it 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes on Gifford. And a ground ball fielded at third to throw across the diamond. A little bit wide of the bag with the tag made, and the runner goes to third. And there's 2 away. Now Ryan McGill with the winning run at third, and the first pitch over the outside corner for a strike. SaberCats have tied it here in the 7th. If they do not score, we'll play extra innings, and the Falcons would have the bottom third of the order at the plate. The pitch is low, and it's 1-1. The set and the 1-1 pitch. And a hard shot over to the right side off the glove, and that'll do it as the SaberCats score 2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. And on the final regular season game of the year on Senior Day, the SaberCats are victorious as the SaberCats beat Fountain Hills by a final score of 5-4. And a nice comeback victory here for the SaberCats, a game that they felt like they needed to have. Probably they get into the playoffs anyway, but now they've secured their spot with a 5-4 win here in the 7th inning. SaberCats scored twice on 2 hits with an error and 1 left in the 7th inning, and our final score is 5-4. Totals on the ball game for Fountain Hills: 4 runs on 5 hits. They commit 2 errors and leave 7. Saguaro scores 5 times on 6 base hits. They commit 1 error, and Saguaro leaves a bundle of base runners on. They leave 10 on in the ball game. And Turner Lace gets the win for Saguaro and goes to 2-0. Devin Foyle takes the loss. And for Foyle, it's his first loss of the year. He falls to 8-1 on the year. The Falcons go to 24-5. And Saguaro improves to 15-14. And they finish 10-8 in PowerPoint ball games. They may or may not move up from number 19, but the win gets them in to the Division II Baseball State Playoffs. They'll find out their seeding on Thursday afternoon. So that will do it. Again, our final score, it's Saguaro 5 and Fountain Hills 4. From Saguaro High School in Scottsdale, Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long, and we'll see you on Saturday for the first round of the Division II Baseball State Playoffs.
Introduce our seniors and their families. When introduced, please stand for your photograph and gifts, then line up behind home plate. Our first senior, number 24, Dominic Bergs. Dom's parents are Joe and Marilyn Bergs. Dom's baseball highlight was his 70-pitch, 7-inning complete game victory as a freshman. Next year, Dom plans to attend a 2-year school and play baseball, then transfer to ASU to pursue a degree in aerospace engineering. And he also wants to learn how to fly a plane. Our next senior is number 7, Jack Kraft. Jack's parents are Jim and Lydia Kraft. Jack's Saguaro baseball highlight has been the state playoffs. Next year, he plans to play baseball at either Gateway, Arizona Western, or Kentucky State University, and is going to study business or sports management. Our next senior is number 2, Nick Lebrani. Nick is joined today by his dad, Greg, and Shauna Lebrani, and his mom, Stacy Lebrani. Next year, Nick plans to attend the University of South Florida in Tampa, Florida, and play baseball and study business. Our next senior is number 21, Ryan McGill. Ryan's parents are Greg and Jane McGill. Ryan's baseball highlight was getting 2 hits in our televised game versus Arcadia this year. Ryan plans to attend the University of Arizona next year and wants to become a lawyer. Our next senior is number 16, Tyler Morgan. Tyler's parents are Ray and Pam Morgan. Tyler's baseball highlight was the state playoffs in 2011. Next year, Tyler plans to play baseball at Scottsdale Community College and wants to study electrical engineering. Our next senior is number 19, co-captain Shane Stansberry. Shane is joined by his parents Sean and Lori Stansberry and his sister Delaney. Shane wants to say thank you for being at his side all these years and being his #1 fan. His baseball highlight was winning the state championship in 2011, and he plans to play baseball next year, studying criminal justice. Our next senior is number 9, Stephen Wicker. Stephen's parents are Stephen and Carol Wicker. His baseball highlights are the state championships in 2010 and 11 and beating Arcadia on TV this season. Next year he plans to attend the engineering school at Arizona State University. Please join Saguaro Baseball in thanking our 2013 class for their efforts the past 4 years and wishing them success in the future. Thank you, seniors. Today at 2:30 in the afternoon on AIA365.org. Check the SaguaroBaseball.com website for details. One final announcement. Don't forget about the Saguaro Baseball Banquet, Friday, May 10th. 6:30 p.m. at the Granite Reef Senior Center. You must RSVP online, SaguaroBaseball.com by May 2nd.